Welcome back. It is time for the final round of the first official Sentinel Tactics tournament. Here we are. It's been an exciting day. There's lots of great matches, lots of exciting things. People have been doing a great job. Have you been having fun?
I've been having a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of damage, a lot of defense, a lot of teamwork, and a lot of tacos.
There's been a lot of tacos roaming around the tournament. However, at this point, it's down to brass tacks, and that is the final round. We can take a look at the bracket to see where we've come through the semifinals. We watched both the Mighty Morphin Chrono Rangers and the Gate Crashers have a solid match against their contenders, and now those two titans are going into the finals. Again, this is a 2 out of 3 match, so we're going to play at least 2 rounds here, at least 2 matches here.
That's right.
And as soon as one match ends, we're going to reset. We're going to do a new coin toss, and they're going to start drafting again. And we'll talk a bit about the previous match during their setup for the next match. With that, we can talk a little bit about what we've seen, but before we do that, let's get the coin toss so we can talk more while they're doing their setup. So on to Paul in the room for the coin toss.
You guys are tails, and you know the drill. It's tails.
Tails?
You have odds or first pick.
We'll take first turn.
Oh, they're taking first turn. So the Mighty Morphin Chrono Rangers are getting first draft.
Done.
And they're going for Citizen Dawn right off the bat.
Okay.
Dawn for you, and you can put him right in there.
Baron Blade is their
over here.
counter to Dawn, it looks like.
All right. Ambuscade.
Ambuscade again.
Ambuscade.
There's no reason for him not to do that, it looks like.
Legacy.
Yeah. All right.
Legacy, all right.
Legacy and Blade over there.
It's up to you guys. You know what we've been doing has been working. So.
Are you raised?
Yep. I think so.
All right,
All right.
and they're pulling in the Wraith.
Broke, don't fix the team.
Barry, think you're main man?
This draft is going really quickly.
All right.
And
Here we go.
Omnitron.
And Omnitron is a pick there.
Wraith, Citizen Dawn, and Ambuscade.
All right.
2 villains and a hero on both teams. Interesting.
No, this is Iron.
And you get this.
All right.
I'm
Well, first
really
round
glad
is
to
theirs.
see all of those characters out there. And some of the characters we've seen all day, some of the combinations we've seen throughout the day, and one of them that we saw most recently in the semifinal round.
Pile of
Yeah, no, these are a
today.
fantastic set of characters. And as they get set up here, we've seen Citizen Dawn. We're probably going to see that same Citizen Truth combo. They have no reason not to do that again. With Ambuscade, I expect to see leading out with the Automated Hunter and then pulling up the traps. With the Wraith, I'm interested to see where we go with that. Probably doing some range stuff, probably a lot of slip into the shadows. They have their defensive team that they kind of lean on, and so I'll be interested to see how that comes out in the wash, if that ends up being worth it for them. They're going up against Legacy and Blade, and who can generate and use those tokens very effectively, and Omnitron, which is...
I'm very excited to see Omnitron out here
that's
again.
a great choice. That's a great choice. I'd like it...
really changes some of the gameplay with the elevation difference on Omnitron. Even when you're standing next to him, there's an elevation difference. So it can change some of the ranged attacks there.
Absolutely.
So it makes a really big difference in how he gets attacked and how he takes damage. I'm really glad to see him out there in this game, in this final round.
Yeah, here in the final round, I think Omnitron is going to do a lot, and I'd like to see Omnitron use its tactical cards that let it get extra actions and let it take advantage of its presence on the board. So last game that we saw with the same team that they picked Omnitron, and I thought I played okay, but it didn't get quite as terrifying as I know it can.
That's
so,
true.
Let's see what happens.
Has a lot of trouble with movement. Obviously, we know that, but he's got quite a lot of power cards out there.
Oh, yeah.
Deal a lot of damage.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting match, certainly. It's also interesting that this match has a lot of villains in it. It is almost exclusively villains, with just the Legacy and the Wraith making the cut for the final who are of the heroes. And that's somewhat telling. I think that as these tournaments continue, I'd like to see a progression of the strategies as people figure out some of the tricks that there's still some things that are out there that we haven't seen at all in this tournament that might come up. So,
do you think some of the players today have been using more villains because they have a little bit more firepower than some of the heroes?
I think the villains have a little bit more flash. Maybe not more firepower. I mean, the 2 characters that have the most obvious firepower are Bunker and Ra, and we've seen a bunch of Bunker, but we've seen very little Ra, and that surprises me. I think that I fully expected to see a lot more Ra in this tournament.
I think I did too.
And,
as you mentioned before, he's got a lot of firepower, but he doesn't have as much defense. So I think it's possible that players were worried that he would burn himself out and have nothing left.
It's true, and since we've seen mostly defensive plays from both of these teams, both of these teams have had kind of a defensive bent to their strategies, and I think that Ra kind of runs counter to that. That said, I would happily take a raw, focused team up against either one of these teams. But that's
true.
just me personally. So.
Well, let's see. They're still trying to choose some characters, some power cards here.
Oh, that's so great.
All right, so there looks like they've got their cards and they've got their stuff ready. So we can get right into the match about.
So the first turn is going to be going to Legacy from Gate Crashers, followed by Ambuscade. Looks like they're rolling movement now. Next, we're going to see Omnitron and then the Wraith. And the last turns are going to Baron, Blade, and Citizen Dawn.
So Citizen Dawn is going pretty late, which works out well for her because she can right off the beginning, if they're doing that same strategy, she will, at the beginning of the first round, before even the first round happens, pull out Citizen Truth most likely, and then she can just hang out, making that a viable point of her strategy for a little while. And if sure enough, in fact, with the information that I have here, she does have Return with the Dawn, so we can expect to see that. The Wraith has Slip into Shadows. Ambuscade has Automated Hunter. They're all using the cards that we expect them to. Legacy has got Galvanize and Inspiring Presence, and Baron Blade has a Fission Blaster and the Saber Battlesuit. So I don't think we can expect any surprises here. So they've got their characters out there, and sure enough, the Automated Hunter is in the place that I was sure they were going to put Truth. Truth goes up there, and Truth does have line of sight to everybody, but doesn't have the range to the Wraith.
Okay.
So you're right off the bat moving right into Legacy's turn. Let's see how this goes.
I will do a surge for everybody gets a +1 token on my side of the table.
Now they don't have to worry about Baron Blade because Legacy and Baron Blade are on the same team. So Legacy
And then Galvanize
can
is
hand
my
out those
first action.
tokens with
I will Galvanize
impunity.
Baron. And then my second action, I will go ahead and dodge.
Galvanize and then dodge, and that is your 2 actions. You roll movement.
All right, so Legacy's handing out some tokens and hanging back.
No idea.
Got a movement of 6, so maybe next turn he might get a bit more offensive.
Yes.
Like I said,
Yes, it was.
we've seen both the two
Congratulations.
teams that made it to the finals
Good
are playing
job.
defensively.
How is,
And I don't
number 2?
believe this is because defensive strategies are stronger. I believe this is because these are the two teams that, like we saw in the interviews,
don't you place
have been doing a lot more practicing than the others.
He wasn't going to reflex that. It's an action.
We're moving over to Ambuscade's turn. It looks like he is planning to set out some traps here. Clear a little bit of the board. So we've got a clear view of what we're looking at. Here come those traps. Oh.
Right, Ambuscade's got his traps, and the Automated Hunter is already sprinting out towards his foes. So he's got his...
focusing a little bit on Omnitron. I don't blame him.
The funny thing is that I really hope that he rings Omnitron in with a really intentional sort of trap, so that Omnitron can just rocket jump out of it. Because Omnitron's rocket jump doesn't necessarily move; it just jumps up in the air and lands somewhere else.
Huh.
So yeah, lock in Omnitron. We'll see how that goes for you.
Because Omnitron is so big, blocking Omnitron effectively blocks the entire team
Yeah.
as well.
But the thing is, I don't think Legacy or Baron Blade mind hanging out in the backfield. Their
No,
opponents
they
are going to
don't.
have to come to them.
First action is doing the release position.
Yeah.
Also, if they take a bunch of time just doing the setup and then kind of doing a cat and mouse game back and forth without actually committing to it, this game can go to time, and I would hate to see the final match go to time.
That's
But
right.
we'll see what happens.
All right, that's 4. That's the end of your turn.
All right, moving on to Omnitron's
Oh,
turn.
right.
Barry, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah,
Look a little
That's a
worried
good
there.
question to be asking right off the bat, but I think
Yeah,
they've got their
Okay.
strategies ready.
Okay.
I could throw that one.
I'm glad to
see
see
how
these
you're gonna
teams
damage
taking
all
this
of them?
game seriously.
Absolutely.
They're trying to strategize, make the best
Pretty sure.
choices possible.
Okay.
Do that
Okay.
one.
Your big thing is interpolation.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know that.
All right, so they get to play a third.
Yep,
You have
Power
what you
card.
need.
they're on
It
tactics.
was interesting. Yeah, good. Very good. So because Omnitron just added tactics sequence, he now has a third power, a third action that it didn't before. So now Omnitron gets 3 actions per turn.
There's there.
Place marks.
Yep, and like you thought, he's just hopping right
just
out
rocket
the
jumping right
side
out of it,
Bug
right.
swing around, so-
those traps.
That's actually pretty good.
You like that guy?
Okay.
All right. And Omnitron's butt.
You get your -1 defense.
All right.
Get a -1 defense counter.
All right, so Omnitron jumps past the
Let's
traps,
see.
has
Remember,
2
anytime
actions
that
left.
drone enters a space with somebody else, it blows up in
Oh.
radius 1. So
Oh,
it go
yeah.
right in the middle, and
Yeah.
someone could go and snuggle up with it.
I'm going to interpolation.
There we go.
That lets me push each enemy character in radius 2 hexes.
Yep.
Actually, you won't push the run. I'm sorry. Drone is not a target.
All right, so
That's right.
You can't push the drone, but you should be able to push some of the opponents onto the
I'm going to
drone.
push Truth.
If he pushes
On its
Truth
way, Truth.
far away
Yeah,
so that
pushing
Truth can no longer
into
see.
the drone.
Oh,
No.
No, it wouldn't go off.
Yeah.
It would. It goes
Yes.
off.
It would.
Yeah, it'll go off. It's just
It
a
go off.
target.
And it
What they
would
should do is they
blast
should
into
vice
the-
versa that. They should push Truth over into the underbrush so it can't see anything and push Dawn onto the drone. But I don't think they have range to do it anyway.
Is pushed into the drone with interpolation beam, and now the ambuscade makes an attack against its truth.
Right.
so Ambuscade forced to attack his teammate there.
2s and 4s are auto misses.
So at this point, he's hoping to roll poorly. The 4s go away, so 6-3-1 is going at Citizen Truth, and Citizen Truth can ignore that 6. So
Yes.
he's going to roll his
Plus
defense
6.
and block all of it handily. No problem.
There we go.
All right. Okay, so that is the end of.
5-3-1 is what you roll.
Okay, so
Take one.
Take 1 damage. All right.
Oh, and
You
Omnitron did
negative
take a
one
point
token
of.
for your defense.
Oh, no, I did not.
Do you want him to re-roll, or do you want him to just suck up the 1? Because that he should have only had 2 dice.
Right, that was a mistake. So you can tell him to re-roll, or be okay with keeping it as it is.
Just keep it.
Either way.
Just keep it.
Just keep it.
Okay.
All right, so Omnitron takes a point of damage, and
Messed up again. Yeah. Okay.
Second, third action?
Did you end up moving ambuscade?
No.
Ambuscade
Too
is now
far.
within-
Gotcha.
within
Okay.
2.
I was thinking 3, not 2.
all right. It is rocket jump to get to
You
there.
could
It
punch
is
Citizen
interpolation
Truth.
field to move things around, and now it could do a rocket
I'm actually going to
stomp,
punch Citizen Dawn because I have reach +1.
or
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, and with Citizen Dawn being out of line of
it's a
sight of
melee attack. It has to be
Citizen
adjacent. He
Truth,
can do 1. Oh, no, that's right.
Citizen Truth shouldn't be able to block it.
Yeah, reach will let me still.
Correct.
I'm done.
Correct?
Correct.
I've agreed. Yes, I'm
Yeah, no, melee has to be adjacent.
Has to be adjacent.
Yeah,
Okay.
it can't be.
So it has to
Yeah,
be.
no matter what.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
guess I'm throwing the Truth.
All right.
All right. So I got 4 dice.
What attack is this?
Now this is Rocket Stomp.
Okay, so you're going to rocket stomp against Citizen Truth.
Rocket Stomp, Citizen Truth.
No, he's targeting Citizen Truth instead of Citizen Dawn.
Well, Citizen Dawn's too far away. He
Oh,
cannot get to
okay.
Citizen Dawn. He has to melee. He's making a melee attack, which has to be done against an adjacent character.
I understand.
3,
So you got a 3 and a
5.
5. Here, I'll just recreate that over here. So you got a 3 and a
Sorry,
5.
I'm debating if I want to do my
Yeah.
attack.
And you see rocket stomp on the, is a basic
Yeah,
attack
I see
there.
that
Yeah,
right
I'll
there.
burn my
Melee.
attack +1.
All right, so 1 more.
Another 3.
3-3-5.
And another 3. So 3, 3, 5. And you're blocking the 5 as Citizen Truth. Good call. And then, yeah, all right, so you block it entirely.
All right.
There you go.
Truth is able
was-
to
that
avoid
was
that
worth a
damage.
shot.
Roll movement.
Yep.
And Omnitron rolls its movement. It's going to be super slow, unsurprisingly.
Oh, a 2.
And oh, 2, very nice. And now we are right on
I
to
can
the
draw line of
Wraith's
sight to
turn.
Omnitron over here,
Uh-huh.
but the closest space to me is range 4 away. How would we treat the range on an attack there?
You attack an
You're
individual
attacking
hex.
this hex.
I tag
Yeah.
an individual hex?
Yeah.
Okay. In
And
that
looks like the Wraith
case,
is planning an attack.
I'm just going to keep the targeting computer then. Yeah, might as well.
I like seeing targeting computer on the Wraith.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's a good offensive sort of thing. It
so
forces her
I'm not
to.
switching
It doesn't
anything
force her,
out.
but it encourages her to make a bunch of attacks. So. I'm surprised we haven't seen much use of out of throwing knives, because throwing knives combined with the targeting computer allows her to hit lots of targets at far range.
Reach
So.
+6, so all
Looks like
these
she's
will hit.
using an
All
aim
these will hit
and
range.
aimed radar
And I rolled
Yep.
1, 2, 2,
I assume
and
this
2.
is against
3
Omnitron.
2s.
3 2s going up against Omnitron. Omnitron's got his defensive 2, blocks 2 of them, but takes 1 point of damage.
That's about as bad as
It only was able to block 2 of them because he had that defense -1 token from his rocket jump.
That's right.
All right.
Alrighty, for my third action, I'll go ahead and dodge.
All right.
Gain a defense +1.
Wraith is dodging, and
All
you got to
right.
reroll movement.
Yes.
So that is now Baron Blade's turn. Now, I like that the other team,
Sounds good.
at least the Wraith is picking up some
Now on to
tokens,
5.
but not enough to really make
There.
it worth for Baron Blade to use the Devious Disruptor.
So the battle suit for his teleporter correctly this time.
All right, teleporter
Alright.
comes in.
So he's got his teleporter and, let's see, he's using his teleporter and his fission blaster. I'm surprised that he got rid of the battle suit. So that is going to be a more offensive attack than usual.
Just confirm this hex, this point has line to Dawn.
Has line of sight to Dawn? Yes, it does, absolutely.
Okay. I have line of sight to.
And Legacy and Baron Blade are still behind that
That's 2.
row of traps. They're going to have to make their
First
way
action,
around there.
teleport.
Right, teleport is your first action.
Second action, shotgun up aim. Third action.
Teleport makes that pretty easy.
So he's-
attack Dawn.
All right, you're going to aim at
Blaster.
Citizen Dawn.
And so he's aimed for his second attack, and he's
Yes,
fission
use the
blasting
dice.
Citizen
Use the
Dawn
dice.
at range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
only 6s make it, right?
At the moment.
All right.
Only. So he's now hoping to
Yeah, we need
use
some more reds.
some attack
Four
plus
more,
one
right?
Four more
tokens.
reds, yep.
This is
Fusion
the
Blaster.
Fusion Blaster. Fusion Blaster. Fusion Blaster is an entirely different blaster.
There's a 6.
And there's a 6.
There's a
All
6.
right.
Okay, so
And these only ones are auto misses. There are no ones.
right. So
Okay.
then it becomes 9
Eight,
6s.
wasn't it? Wow.
9 6s.
Right.
And Citizen
How
Dawn.
bad is you get to push her?
Oh, that's true.
I don't know.
Citizen
what we
Dawn
do
blocks
about this.
one of those.
So only
8 damage, so 3 hexes of movement. So where is Citizen Dawn
How?
going to end
Okay,
up? So
the
Citizen
first
Truth is gone.
incapacitation
Yeah.
All right.
on Citizen Dawn.
So Gatecrashers, yeah, he's going to knock out on Citizen
Right
Dawn.
there.
Citizen Truth not helping out.
Sounds good.
And I'm glad to see they're pulling Citizen Dawn up into the hills as opposed to pushing her down further away.
And 3.
That was a great turn by Baron Blade. And really helped out by Omnitron
Oh, yeah.
separating Citizen Dawn from Citizen Truth.
Yep, that they came to that table knowing that if Truth and Dawn are in play, you got to break them apart.
I would think so.
Yeah, we should be seeing a victory point for Gate Crashers for that incapacitation. There we go.
So
Citizen Dawn is
So she
looking
stands
through
back
some
up.
cards again. Only going to be able to choose one card this time. I'm wondering if he's considering not using Citizen Truth.
that would be really great, especially because she's nice and close to Baron Blade. And it looks like she's actually pulling out an attack. She's got a blinding blast there.
Which you're immediately going to spin, shooting a blade.
You're aiming at Baron Blade?
Range is 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so your first action
They're
was aim
looking
and your
for
second is
vengeance now.
blinding blast. All right. You just have 3s and
Citizen
4s.
Dawn would like to take out Baron Blade, just like Baron Blade took
3s
her
and
out.
4s.
All right, so the 3s and 4s,
Yep, so 3 6s coming at Baron Blade.
and this is a blinding blast, so it'll be giving out some negative tokens. And that first action for Citizen Dawn was an aim, and the second
So we'll
action
block one of
was the
them.
blinding blast.
I got him over
Yeah,
here. I was hiding him for later.
Right.
Don't
So
worry,
here
I'll get
comes
them
2
back.
damage at Baron Blade
All
and
right,
some
you got one
negative
more
tokens
action.
as
Oh, you
well.
moved? Yep. All right. Move is your third action. Sounds good. Now reroll movement. You got 1. All right, now goes to the top of the order. Everyone flips back, and it is Legacy's turn.
The third action for Citizen Dawn was a move. She's all the way back now. So even though she got pushed from getting incapacitated, she's sort of now back in the backfield.
Yeah, she went back to hide some more, but I am glad to see that her actually making an attack and
She did some
dealing
damage.
some damage
Yeah.
and giving away some negative tokens. And we're back to the beginning of round 2. Gatecrashers has an incapacitation, but but 2 of their teammates are down a bit of health. So it's certainly not tied up for either team at this point.
Right now,
Legacy does have some options
no.
about pumping his allies back up too.
Right,
it doesn't matter because he's blocked by these 2 things right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this square have line of sight to Omnitron?
2 Omnitron.
Seems like they're considering
No, because the 2
setting off some of those traps.
Yeah, so he'd be able to see it.
doesn't block, so it does. Because you're going from where? Yeah, absolutely. From here?
Yep.
Yeah, so absolutely it does because you can go.
Actually, no,
You can go over here and you can go over here, no problem. So it would be a. It doesn't if he's not Omnitron, but Omnitron's a
we apologize. I didn't notice his freaking move of a billion. Right. So, yeah. So, inspiring.
It seems like Legacy is trying to consider how much he can heal Omnitron before Omnitron's next turn.
Well, the most you could heal is he could put 1 point of healing on both Omnitron and Baron Blade using a motivational charge. But I don't know if it's worth it to do that healing as much as it would be.
No card
He's not,
change.
good. Not changing his cards. He's
Okay, this is
picking
the
up
third time we've-
Okay, it doesn't
tokens
matter.
and
It's
passing out
just-
some
that's
tokens.
fine. We're good. I'm happy with that. I'm 100%. It was going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
That played out.
So no card change. Surge gets the +1/+1. Move at speed of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. You run over
I
there.
could confirm. Yeah, he's got line to this.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, no problem.
Second action, I will galvanize Big
Right.
Bot for 2
Second
+1s.
Yep.
And roll
Okay,
movement.
it looks like he's galvanizing. And
Yes.
And he's giving that galvanized to Omnitron.
yeah.
So that is Legacy. Legacy's got a good movement and was able to hand out a bunch of tokens. So he's
Yeah, I know.
playing just pure team boosting Legacy, which is a great strategy to
Turn
see.
1, now I got a turn 2, ambuscade.
It's typically what we see Legacy doing, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we're not seeing Legacy playing actually defensive Legacy that's a more appropriate strategy for a team of say like Bunker and Ra or something like that. All right.
But the aim goes away at the start of your turn.
So our Ambuscade is picking up a cloaking device. Now he might or might not. He may or may not reset his traps. We shall see. Cloaking device, as we can see here, allows him during this to be continued, which is your rapid phase at the end of your turn. He essentially disappears from the map and will come back in later.
All right, ambuscade sprints is the first action.
And then he will use
Ambuscade
his
is targeting Omnitron.
He's knifing Omnitron.
How effective is that against a robot?
We're about to see.
Auto miss on 6.
Use the attack +1.
Oh, use the attack +1. All right, so it's 5. Auto miss on 6.
So he's rolling 5 dice.
And there are
No
no
sixes.
So it is 1, 1, 2, 4, 5.
All right.
But the ones don't make range because Omnitron's at height 2, range 2. So it is 2, 4,
We're
5.
seeing a combat
Yeah.
knife, which is Ambuscade's base attack.
Yep, and the 245 is coming against Omnitron, so
Yeah.
Omnitron rolls
It's just a range
defense.
of
So he just doesn't have a long enough combat knife.
Right.
Right.
I got a 146.
Okay.
So I will take one. I
So,
believe.
yep, take one.
And another damage on Omnitron.
All right.
Looks like it was somewhat
You're going to
effective.
reroll movement. Here, I'll get these out of your way.
All right,
All right.
so got a nice fast movement there, and
Fast ambuscade.
Ambuscade now
And then you're
disappears
gonna
from the map.
Leave the map at the end of your turn.
Baron's stuck at 3 also.
All right, and so now we are
There you
back
go.
to
Now
Omnitron's
turn
turn.
Turn 3.
Hold on. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, he cloaked.
I'm expecting to see Omnitron target either Dawn or Wraith, since Ambuscade is no longer a viable target.
Oh, absolutely. And since Dawn doesn't have,
Working on the whole crush them thing.
well, Omnitron could get into a position where it could make an ocular beam attack against both of the two of them. Now, the Wraith currently is using Slip into Shadows, so might as well focus on Citizen Dawn. But you could get into a place in which Wraith couldn't slip into Shadows away from the attack. So,
And he did switch out for Ocular Beam.
yep.
But swing around to here.
Yep, and that allows Omnitron to see both of them, and the Wraith cannot slip into Shadows away from this attack.
That's why his move is so tiny, because he always gets one more, basically. And then I am
there's the Ocular
going
Beam's attack.
to take an action to...
Is he going to aim?
What? Hang
Is he
on.
going to pick up an aim?
He's doing it.
Well, I believe I want to just push them both right together, so they can't
Oh,
get
he
away.
has his interpolation beam, but I don't think he needs to do the thing. He's got,
She's forced to constantly change
Yeah,
colors.
yeah. Yep, aiming.
So tell me,
Good aim at Dawn.
yeah, aim it
tell me
down.
why the
Alright,
Wraith
gotta
can't get
do
away from this
Ocular
attack.
Beam.
Because any
Targeting
place
both
that it would
Wraith
sprint to
and
2,
Dawn.
it doesn't,
Aim is
it
at
can't,
Dawn.
it's
Can't get
not,
away.
right, it's not far enough
I
away to
understand.
fail the attack.
Sure can.
So we're going to see an aimed
that-
attack.
So I am now at range 3. Because I have reach +1. I have reach +1.
Yeah.
So I'm at
Oh,
range
I'm
2.
sorry, yeah, range 2, yep.
Range 2.
You're at height 2.
I'm at height 2. Okay.
It doesn't matter, you're only on 4, 5, 6.
All right, so the Wraith was able to sprint away, but not able to stop the attack.
Hey, Mr. All the
So,
Red Dice, can I have some of those back now?
It just changes how the attack might hit the Wraith.
right, as he's rolling the 5, and he's got that aim then, so the Ocular Beams is Omnitron's third action,
Which means she's
and
already
we'll see how it goes here.
And Citizen Dawn.
I think we're aimed against Citizen
I
Dawn.
get 5 dice.
All right, here is the attack
And
roll.
I'm aiming at Citizen Dawn.
Right.
1s, 2s, and 3s on.
1s, 2s, and 3s miss.
You can do it. Nice hand numbers, you're saving it.
Very nice. That
Once he
1 and the
misses
2 goes
there.
away. So it's 3 6s at Citizen Dawn.
Wow.
Oh, and we're spending 2 attack +1 tokens on Dawn to make that. Oh, the 3s are both auto misses.
Same thing.
All right,
So 3
Well,
6.
6, 6.
Which is 3.
Technically 6, 6, 6.
Yeah.
5, 6, 6.
Yep. Absolutely. That looks great.
Looks like
So Citizen Dawn
rolled
is-
their defense.
And it's 3, or it's 5, 6, 6.
No, it's 666.
No.
No, it's 5.
Oh, you two did. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'll go
so
ahead and.
So it looks like Citizen Dawn and Wraith both taking damage on that.
Oh, there we go. So Wraith was able to block 2 of them. So Wraith only takes 1 damage, but Citizen Dawn took 2.
as the Wraith does.
Yeah, right there.
And I will.
Okay, the Wraith dodged, and
my
therefore
third
it takes
action,
no
I
damage. That's
move,
great.
I aimed and I ocular beam. I'll roll my movement. And look at that, I got a 1.
All right.
Unsurprising. That was a great turn for Omnitron. Got up in there, messed them up, and dealt some damage. Very nicely done.
That makes it my turn.
Now we're going to see the Wraith. I'm wondering whether they're going to still be targeting Omnitron or start.
Oh, with Omnitron being as hurt as he is, I would either, and Baron Blade being so far away, I think the Wraith absolutely should unload everything. I would start with a Stun Bolt. I would pick up an aim token. Well, you've already got an aim token from. Actually, that's even better. Aim a Stun Bolt and then aim a Razor Ordnance. Or I might pick up throwing knives, although he only has one target in range.
Switch out the targeting computer for a stun bolt.
Oh, the targeting computer. That's too bad.
As my first action, I'm going to Razor Ordnance, Omnitron.
Oh, we're going in all the backwards directions here. This is a
So we 4
pretty...
dice, 1s and 3s auto miss, and 2s will not make range.
I'm concerned about the choices here. Let's see how it goes.
That's 4-4-5. The 2 doesn't make range.
4-4-5 is going into Omnitron. Omnitron blocks
Blocks
it
everything.
all. Wow, that's a fantastic defense roll for Omnitron.
Job, Omni.
So what else can Wraith do here?
Well, Wraith could have used the Stun Bolt first to remove his defense tokens.
Not one tell anybody else how to play the game.
All right,
Sure, I'm going to go ahead and stun bolt.
all right, using a Stun Bolt.
4 dice, 3s and 4s make range, 5 and 6 auto miss.
So only 3s and 4s here, and we got 2
So
4s.
Shoot.
So 2
5 and
4s
6
going
auto
against
miss.
Some of that might come
Two
through.
fours.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Regardless of whether it does or not, it does make the
I can't see what
That's
negatives,
2
and that blocks it all. Again, Omnitron is rolling well, but Omnitron is getting those negative
1
tokens.
attack -1 and 1 defense
Which is
-1.
good, but it would have been helpful to do it
And
for
then
the
I'm
Razor
gonna
Drones.
go
Unless they have a
ahead
plan that
and-
involves, who's the next player? Citizen Dawn killing off Omnitron? I mean, Citizen Dawn is right there on top of Omnitron.
And then reroll movement.
And I will.
Anyway, that's the Wraith's turn. I assume she dodged for her last action,
Looks like the
so...
players are interested in throwing dice around.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
All right.
all right. And that is now Baron Blade's turn.
Sorry, guys.
All right, so on to Baron Blade.
Looks like we're changing some stuff out here.
Thinking about it, looks like.
Counting some spaces, that's important. We saw some of those attacks from Absolute Zero in one of those other games. He didn't count his spaces well enough, and his attacks were just fizzling.
Count correctly, Pat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is not correctly. That's upsetting.
You know, a lot of consideration here in the final rounds. I don't think we want to take a misstep.
It doesn't matter.
All right, so with Baron Blade's turn, where is he? He might be best off just trying to... Oh, he's pretty far from his opponents.
First action is teleport.
There we go.
He's going to get himself right into the action. I hope.
Oh, he's only teleported to there. Ah, he's going to go for a Fission Blaster.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Shoot 6 dice.
Aimed Fission Blaster up against Citizen Dawn.
Wow.
I am going to aim.
All right.
So, if I'm
So 5 aimed dice at dawn at range 6.
1.
So he's got to roll at least 1 6, or all of this will miss. This is one of my favorite strategies.
There it
There's a
is.
6. The 1 goes away, so that's 4 6s going up against Citizen Dawn. She needs to roll at least 2 6s to block, and she blows none of it.
Nothing.
So that is 2 incapacitations.
Wow, what a great job there.
Right, so that's the second incapacitation for Gate Crashers. They're leading the charge here. That aimed Fission Blaster strategy that we even talked about beforehand
That's true.
is very strong, unsurprisingly.
All right.
And
Anything else you've got on your turn?
Let's teleport.
Wasn't
aim,
Citizen Dawn the
shoot.
first
No,
incapacitation
I'm
as
done.
well?
Yep.
Again from Baron
Yes.
Blade?
Yep.
So I think Citizen Dawn knows who has her number.
Yeah, I think that I think that what we're seeing here is that an aggressive attacking strategy is defeating a defensive hiding strategy.
That's true.
So Citizen Dawn gets up, and she's got to pick out a specific power and get back into the fray. Now, if
I
I
have
were
a feeling
her,
she's going to pick Citizen Truth at this point. Because without him, she's been taking a lot of damage.
I think that at this point she should pick a card that will allow her to most easily take down Omnitron. She's getting right on top of Omnitron.
That's true.
And if she could tear Omnitron in half, that would be great.
So will she be concerned about her
I don't
own
know which
skin
one
or
to do,
think
but-
more about the team?
We'll find out.
We gotta get some damage out there.
Yeah.
We can hear them talking about the damage they need to be inflicting.
We don't have sabers, so.
With 2 incapacitations for Gate Crashers.
There we go.
Yeah.
Blinding Blast.
Aim,
Excellent.
spin the aim immediately.
So first action is aim. Second action, I'm gonna guess, is gonna be a blinding blast.
Blasting.
All right, the 3s and the 4s are auto misses. Let's see how this goes.
3s and 4s out of this. So.
Oh, wow.
4 is auto miss.
That's not great.
And so the 5 is the only.
Alright.
5 stands alone.
I guess Baron Blade.
going against if she's attacking Baron Blade,
All right.
she doesn't have range. I don't believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
Or she does, but that
Just
5
barely.
is easily blocked. So she has 1 action
And
left.
it's legacy.
Oh, and she dodges for her last action. I'm surprised she did not focus her firepower on Omnitron. That would have been a good kill.
I think sometimes these players take things personally, and so when they get taken out, they
possible.
want to hit right back.
That's possible. I think that if she had turned and torn up Omnitron, not only would it be a good kill, but it would mean that Omnitron would have to slowly rebuild for the rest of the game.
Right. It would have been a little bit more effective.
Oh yeah, no, that would have been the correct action at this point.
Make sure you're not next on the front. Just give her. Like,
So with Legacy's turn up, I hope Gate Crashers are going to try to capitalize on their forward momentum here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surge.
Put Flying Smash in, Surge, tags me and him for +1s.
All right. So today, 2 of them are getting +1 to attack token.
First action, move to there.
Legacy is moving up.
Second.
Move a little farther because you only got 4 spaces.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So
fine.
Legacy's
That's one
first
four.
action is a
Four
move
seconds.
action,
Yeah, so
and
Move closer.
we're going to see that second action
Yeah.
be that flying smash.
to there.
Looks like
Yeah, right.
Flying Smash.
flying
is in
smash is the
middle.
second action,
Alright.
and so he moves right on up to the hills where he can hit Citizen Dawn, but just Citizen
5
Dawn.
dice. 1s and 6s miss.
Okay, we'll see this attack roll.
Here we go. There's 6 goes away. So roll 1 more. The 5
Which
goes.
one's missed?
5s and 6s.
5.
All right.
5s and 6s?
Ones
No.
and
I'm sorry.
Ones and 6s are what missed.
1s and 6s.
Ones and sixes,
I
anyways.
apologize.
So all those dice stay,
Alright, do I use
and
some attack
he should
plus
probably be using all those attack +1 tokens, all of them
3
on
plus
Citizen
1s
Dawn.
coming in.
All
We
right.
might be able to
Three
take
more dice.
Citizen Dawn.
Yeah, there we go.
Does
More
that.
die.
This is where they take Baron, so we can
This and ones and sixes.
Yeah,
And
the
beautiful,
attack
beautiful.
tokens.
No more.
4
no more.
5s.
So
that's game.
you've got 3 5s. And yep,
That is game.
that is it.
No, she's got.
She's got
Okay.
3 defense, so you can roll 3 defense.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
And you got 2, 2, 4. But there's a-
All right, the
There's
6
one.
blocks
Yeah,
the
so-
5, the
okay.
4
So that
blocks
is game.
4,
Congratulations.
and that is
Wow,
a great
there we
gate crasher
go.
of the game.
All right.
Nice and quickly.
Fantastically done.
Gate crafters. We're just gonna put this stuff away, and then we will reflip it.
Okay, fantastic. So that was a great game. A lot of really great aggression. I think that we saw there where once Gate Crashers said, okay, fine, we're just going to take the fight to you, and we're going to see a really aggressive fight sort of strategy, then that's when the game turned around. Gate Crashers just steamrolled them.
That's true. And Citizen Dawn, that we've seen as a very strong player, actually took all of the incapacitations this time. And
That's true.
I know we've been ragging on Citizen Truth and sort of unhappy that it becomes a cat and mouse game, but you have to admit, as soon as you get Citizen Truth out there, they killed Citizen Dawn 3 times.
They killed Citizen Dawn while Citizen Truth was in play the first one.
The first time,
So that's the thing, is that Citizen Truth is a great offensive player, but I think that they were caught between playing her offensively, defensively, and that was the problem. Hopefully, the Mighty Morphin Chrono Rangers have learned something from that and are ready to come back and be similarly aggressive. I think if we can see some really strong aggression from them, I mean, they're good enough to get to the finals. They're good enough to win another match.
That's true.
But Gate Crashers also might take it. We're not sure. We're going to, let's see, it looks like they're still resetting, so we're going to take a quick break, and we come back with the second of the 3 final rounds.